Welcome to Lesson 2. In this lesson, we are going to separate three ideas that beginners often mix together: an AI assistant, an automation, and an AI agent. Once you understand the difference, it becomes much easier to design real workflows. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the difference in simple language. You will know when you are using an assistant, when you are building an automation, and when a system starts behaving more like an agent. An AI assistant is usually reactive. You ask a question, give instructions, or paste information, and the assistant responds. This is very useful, but the assistant normally waits for you to start the interaction. For example, you might ask an AI assistant to summarize an email, rewrite a paragraph, explain a concept, or help you plan a workflow. The assistant helps you think and prepare, but you are still manually controlling most of the process. An automation is different. Automation follows a fixed sequence of steps. Something triggers the workflow, a rule or process runs, and then an action happens. It is less like a conversation and more like a machine following a process. A simple automation might look like this. A new form response arrives, the workflow takes the data, and then it sends an email or saves the information to a spreadsheet. The key point is that the workflow runs because something triggered it. An AI agent is more advanced. An agent is designed around a goal. It may use tools, check information, make limited decisions, and take steps toward completing a task. A good agent still needs boundaries, instructions, and human review. A simple way to compare them is this: an assistant answers, an automation executes, an agent works toward a goal using tools and context. This difference is important because each one should be designed differently. Let us make this practical. If you open ChatGPT and ask it to write a reply, that is assistant use. If a Make workflow sends a prepared reply every time a form is submitted, that is automation. If a system reads the request, decides the category, drafts a reply, updates a tracker, and asks for approval, that is closer to an agentic workflow. This is also why beginners should not try to build one huge agent immediately. It is better to start with a simple automation, then add one AI step, then add tracking, review, and decision logic. That is how practical agents become stable. A professional workflow should always include control points. For example, the system can create a draft, but a human approves before sending. The system can classify a message, but a human checks important cases. This is how automation becomes useful without becoming risky. When you design your own workflow, ask 3 questions. Does the task need a conversation? Then an assistant may be enough. Does it need repeated fixed steps? Then build an automation. Does it need a goal, tools, context, and review? Then you may be designing an agent. In this course, we will use all 3 ideas. We will use AI assistants to think and draft. We will use Make and N8N to automate steps. And we will gradually build small, task-specific agents that support real work. So, here is the takeaway. An AI assistant helps when you ask. An automation follows a process. An AI agent works toward a goal with tools, context, and boundaries. In the next lessons, we will start turning these ideas into practical workflow maps.